You guys, that's exactly the reason why you don't do military parade in the democratic countries. You know, that was pretty embarrassing, you guys. Like, come on, man.
Евгений Бравко, Денис Скакуновский и
in the United States Army. As part of the buildup for World War II, cavalry and reconnaissance units were brought together to form the 1st Armored Division in 1940.
This is it. This is the big military parade that Donald Trump was bragging about. The one that cost between $25 and $45 million. The one that he said that if he saw any protests in the vicinity, that he was going to stomp them out with force. Brother, nobody came. I mean, just look at this turnout, man. Pathetic. There are football teams that haven't won a Super Bowl in over 30 years with a bigger turnout than this. There are high school graduations that have more people show up than this. All it took was 6 months for Donald Trump to remind everyone, man, maybe I really don't like that fucking guy. I mean, you can read it all over his face, man. There is not a sliver of happiness on this guy's face, and it touches me a little bit. I'm so happy that he's upset. Doesn't change anything, but I'm glad that my enemies have no joy in their heart. I know for a fact this is what Donald Trump had picture in his mind, man. He's gonna go to sleep crying to this picture, man. Now this is a military parade. Say what you will about North Korea, they got aura sometimes.
You know what? I think I figured out why nobody showed up to Trump's parade. Because all of his followers work for ICE now, and they're too busy trying to arrest immigrants. Literally all the Trump loyalists work for ICE now. Like, has he depleted his resources already? Like, that's all he had? Is MAGA tapping out already?
What are 2 clips that give off the same energy? These are my submissions.
This is how I know that I truly am an empath, because tell me why. I just saw a video posted by Gavin Newsom, and it was an edit of Trump at his sad, pathetic birthday party looking completely, utterly miserable sitting next to Melania. But the music that they put over it was All Too Well by Taylor Swift, specifically the lyrics. He said, it's supposed to be fun turning 21, and then it wrote, it's supposed to be fun turning 79, and then it showed him looking like he was about to cry. And tell me why I felt bad! I felt bad! It made me sad for him! No, this can't be. This can't be. I slapped myself out of it. No, I cannot feel bad for this man. Why do I feel bad? Like, why did I feel bad, like, seeing no one there, and he, like, looks like he's gonna cry, and I felt bad that he's, like, this poor old man that no one showed up to his birthday. No! No! I need to sit with myself for a minute. I need to sit with myself. No, Emily, we can't feel bad. We can't feel bad. We have to feel glad. Hey, let's just remember the horrible thing. This is the same man, the man who looks very sad on his birthday. These are all the horrible things that he has done. He's a rapist. He's racist. Yes, I know. I just, for some reason, my brain won't allow me to see that this is the same person, because he just looked so utterly pathetic. No. Oh, he's evil. He's so evil and just greedy and a liar, and has done terrible things that hurt millions and millions of people. He has blood on his hands. Come on, Emily, come on. I did not ask to be this way, okay? And people are like, I'm an empath. No, like I always knew that, like, I felt things very deeply and, like, really felt for people, but today was a slap in the face, because you're telling me that I felt bad for him? That crosses the line. I will be bringing this up in therapy this week. This is just too upsetting.
Okay, were any of my fellow veterans out there caught off guard by just how shitty Trump's military parade looked? I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I was genuinely shocked. Now, don't get me wrong, the United States Army has plenty of problems, but finding the pageantry and stagecraft necessary to pull off a tight public performance, not generally one of them. They pretty much nail that one every time. The presentation of the equipment was lackluster and uninspiring. The uniforms didn't look all that sharp. The marching was a horror story. Like, they're just walking. Nobody's in step. I couldn't believe what I was witnessing. I don't know. The entire thing just seemed tacky, cheap, and unprofessional to me, which is really funny when you consider the fact that they went out of their way to tell you that this was sponsored by random crypto scams.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Coinbase.
It's like a bad dream. To end on a good note, whenever I saw one of the Army marching bands, they looked pretty tight. They seemed squared away. And to end on an even better note, I love that the thing was sparsely attended. It couldn't happen to a better guy.
Right now, it might be like 2 or 3 days after this event, and I just can't help myself reimagining the event. I mean, I was watching it and I was not believing my screen back there. I was wondering, like, is this the US military, like, really, are these people doing it because they are forced, or they're doing it because they love their country or they love their job? They look so unmotivated. It's like they didn't even know this celebration was there. It's like someone woke them early in the morning and just told them, wake up, we're going to march on this some military parade. Oh my god, man, they look like they didn't even care. It even makes the points of these guys who are saying that doing so in a democratic country looks so forceful, yet these military parades are being done all over the world. It validates their point somehow. It feels like these military parades are supposed to be like for China, North Korea, Russia, and in these other countries that they love this military thing. And now man, even the attendance, look at the field, man, so empty. Anyways guys, welcome back. I'm your host today. My name is Danny, and if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, returning subscribers, thank you so much for your likes, subscription, and your comments. It has really helped me see through your thoughts and has propelled the channel forward. Today we're going to discuss about the Trump military parade and how disastrous it was. And just before we even dissect this matter further, I just want to invite you to listen to more netizens' opinion, and then I'll come thereafter with my commentary, so stick around.
What a loser. What a freaking loser this guy is. Can we please talk about that pathetic military birthday parade for the dear leader? What an absolute pathetic joke of a human being this man is. And yesterday could not have gone more perfectly. On the one hand, you see the dear leader being humiliated at his little birthday parade. And on the other hand, you have massive No Kings protests all around the country, every one of which dwarfed, the crowds of every one of which dwarfed the pathetic turnout for his little military parade. This is what I've been saying. We need to mock this man. And here's why it's so effective, mocking him. Because his cult loves the fact that he pisses people off, that he makes people angry, that people fear him and see him as a dictator. They love it. They love owning the libs. That's everything for these people. These people don't care about policies or principles or anything. This is all a fucking game to them, right? It's team sports. It's not serious, right? It's a game. And in that game, their leader, their cult leader, is this big, strong, tough guy who owns the libs constantly. And the more you and I get angry over what he does and what he says, the more they love it and the more they love him. If we're laughing at this pathetic loser, that drives them nuts. And more importantly, it will drive some of them away from him.
I absolutely love that the military maliciously complied to the parade, walked out a step. They did not prep on purpose. They did literally anything except prep for this parade. They have drill people, performance preparations they normally do to make it a whole thing. Ceremonial stuff is huge in the military. They didn't prep at all on purpose. There were fist fights that broke out. People did not want to be there. People maliciously complied in that parade. The military is not on board with this shit. Trump thinks he can just strong arm the entire country by calling in the military like he's some goddamn dictator. Saturday showed that is not a reality. He cannot do that. The military will not do that. They do not want to comply.
So Donald had his little Kim Jong-un style parade today, but unfortunately, unlike in North Korea, in the United States, those little parades aren't exactly a big hit. You might say there was this old 70s game show called The Gong Show, where they had all these different acts get up there to perform, entertainment of sorts. And whenever the panel of judges, who are usually celebrities, thought the show was so dreadful we have to end it right now, they have this massive gong that they would bang, and that would be the end of it. Well, that was pretty much going off on Donald's head whenever during that show, because he looked so dejected, like, he looked so depressed. You know, it's just too bad that I don't have too much sympathy for a tyrant, a tyrannical dictator coming along. Yeah. Anyway, there's all these No Kings protests throughout the United States today that were big hits. Peaceful, large crowds. Oh, Donald, he's going to be envious when his parade didn't turn out too well. It really did look ridiculous. I saw the soldiers, and they certainly didn't have the refinement that they have in North Korea, but who wants that here?
We're gonna have that big, beautiful military parade. We're gonna show the world how our military... I can't even do that Trump voice. I can't. Anyways, chat, about the protest, the King's protest, I'm gonna bring you a video after this. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. So apparently, those people were supposed to attend this event. You know, when I told you that there was $1,000 in the Craigslist inviting people to sit in this event, apparently people did not come. So they went to the King's protest, quite outrightly ignored this event. Why is it that world leaders nowadays are just appearing to be ridiculous and so unlikable? It's like it's not even Donald Trump only. If you go to different countries or cities, you see people protesting because they do not want their leaders. You see in Africa, you see in Asia, you see in Europe, you see even in Americas, like South America, Canada sometimes. It's just like these world leaders are pathetic. They do not listen to the people. The regimes are just outrightly ridiculous and not people's favorite. You know, when they say democracy is for the people, by the people, and of the people, I have not read it well. So, I don't remember the last time I was in school. But yeah, you get the point. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln. So it seems like nowadays the leaders just want to dictate terms, and it seems like Donald Trump might have just forced the military to attend this event just because he's the commander-in-chief. They had just to adhere to it, but they were like it. And the bad thing is that the whole world was watching, and now they feel like the US military is a one big joke. That is how they feel, and it's just because the soldiers do not want to comply. And it seems like Donald Trump was a little bit pissed. It must have gotten into his nerves. I know he always wants to be popular among the people. He wants people to love him, to adore him, to like sort of worship him, you know? And it was also his birthday. Many people were insinuating that he was going to make that event his birthday. He tried kind of to restrain himself there. At least he didn't make it to be like his birthday so much. Even that did not help because outrightly the military did not for that event. They were just not in there. Have you ever seen someone who's just low on glucose or sugars? It's just there like, The military was just so unmotivated. But anyways, so many Americans were happy about the outcome of that. I don't know why. It's mostly from the left, and those people who also attended the protest. It seems like the agenda had agended. I know it's not a correct term to say that, but yeah, it seems like the agenda had hit home. It seems like Trump is gonna go and rethink this and try to find a way in which he'll be popular again amongst the people, because it seems like he's losing the people. And the hardest thing for the Trump administration so far so good has been to unite all the people of the United States of America. Remember, he's got like 52% of the popular votes against 48% of the opposing candidate Kamala Harris, and the biggest part was like to unite that 48% to be in line with the 52%. It even seems like he's losing some part of that 52%. It has been a roller coaster of everything, be it the tariffs, be it the immigration laws, be it the signing executive orders, be it, conflicting with Elon Musk. Trump's term has just been so chaotic. And another thing, I just wanna steal it there. Like, obviously I'm gonna bring you this content later, but the East conflict between Israeli and Iran, and it seems like US is gonna support Israeli as allies, and so many people do not want that to fight the war for Israeli. It seems like the military got wind of this and they were not happy with it. That's just my opinion. But guys, let me know what you do think in the comment section down there below. Share your thoughts. Also, don't forget to check the original creators. Go follow them, like them. The usernames have been embedded on the Stitch videos as usual. Go on to their TikToks. For this channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit that big thumbs up button for this video. Turn on post notifications so that you may not miss my next upload. Guys, let me meet in the next video. Peace.